Definitely miss my mother's food. So most of the Indian food here are not spicy. So yeah, that's a little sad.
I miss the food as well. In back home,
Yeah.
our parents, my mom, she used to prepare meals for us every day. And then I don't have to cook. Here I have to cook myself. Grocery
Yeah.
shopping.
Hello and welcome to New Perspective አዲስቅኝት Media Service.
Myself, Navneeta. So I'm in Canada right now. Like Richa is my classmate. We both just graduated from Ryerson. We have been doing Master of Engineering in Aerospace. We are currently in the job hunt looking for jobs and applying to a lot of positions that we are applicable and capable of. Hopefully we'll get a job soon.
Yeah. I actually am. I was born and brought up in Abu Dhabi, and then I did my schooling there, and then we came from Abu Dhabi all the way to India, and I did my aerospace engineering there. After that, I came here to Canada to do my master's in the same field. So yeah, we just recently graduated. As
Yeah.
Nava said, we are all looking for jobs right now. So because I was in Abu Dhabi, I used to actually travel a lot back and forth to India during my vacation. So because I was traveling a lot through flights, I got interested in that. And yeah, I wanted to go for piloting, but I couldn't at the time. So I didn't join for engineering.
This is the inspiring tale of Richa and Nava, a testament to the power of dreams, determination, and the incredible opportunities that await those who dare to step out of their comfort zones.
Stay tuned for more stories of courage and ambition as we explore the journeys of individuals who shape the world around us.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
For more incredible stories like this.
Oh, so my dad is a chartered accountant, and right after he got married, he got a job in Abu Dhabi. And so, yeah, when I was born, they took me there.
So you studied aeronautics engineering in India?
Yeah, I'm from India, like you said. I finished my bachelor's in aeronautical engineering. From my childhood, I was interested in rockets. And my dad, he was also very fond of like flights, rockets, and all that. So he and myself, we both were interested in this together. And then I again did my master's in aerospace in the same field, but in Canada. Yeah, this Canada, the whole education, my mom brought it up. She told me that it's better if you study this in Canada, and then she just brought up the idea about my master's in Canada, basically.
Is English your first language?
No, Tamil is my first language. English is the language I learned in my school. We only in school I started speaking in English, like in my home, and like my all neighborhood we speak Tamil. Like, yeah, that's my first language.
My first language, yeah, Malayalam.
Yeah.
I speak Malayalam, and yeah, I also learned English in school, but at home we speak the language Malayalam.
You are very young and beautiful, and
Thank
your
you.
future is ahead of you. How do you find it living outside of your home country at this age? I mean,
So
is
I
it
already
difficult?
moved one country, so for me it wasn't so bad. Moving places wasn't so bad for me, and I think when I came to Canada, I felt more at home because it was a lot similar to how it is in Abu Dhabi, and yeah, I felt very comfortable immediately.
Nava,
Yeah, for
how do you
myself,
find it? Living outside.
yeah, like myself, I did my bachelor's away from my home. like I was in a hostel and I studied a bachelor's alone myself. Again, masters, it's just that I'm in a different country, but still away from my parents. It was quite hard for me, like leaving my parents, and then only that part was the difficult one. Other than that, all my classmates were all mostly Indians, and I found Richa and all other friends. It was really easy for me, and we both work in the
Yeah.
same place as well. So it was like all like it's Susina, like there are very nice people here, all people I met. So I didn't find that much of a difference, and it wasn't that hard for me. Yeah, so I found it okay, not too bad. I would say I can cope up.
Not too lovely.
Is Canada a good place to live?
Yeah, I think it definitely is.
This is New Perspective አዲስቅኝት ሚዲያ።
It has a lot of opportunities, and if people like winter, then yeah, it's fine. I guess the climates are a bit extreme, but I like winter, so I'm very happy with it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
like
I
Yeah,
like
winter?
Canada
That's
too.
interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't like summer. I can't handle summer.
What?
Really?
I catch
Ah,
cold very
you're
easily.
Canadian.
For me, it's the opposite.
Yeah, Nava, how do you find it? So this question, is it a good place to live for you?
Yeah, of course, it's a very good place. Like Richa said, winters are a little hard for me, not like Richa. I find it winters a little bit difficult, but other than that, it's really nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like I am more independent here, managing all the expenses and not depending on my parents entirely. So it's that in that way it's a little bit different. Other than that, it's really nice. Even that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, let me ask you this: what's your memory about your homeland? I mean, what you miss very much from India or from Abu Dhabi
I miss
that you
my
can
mom's
find
food.
in Canada?
Oh,
I definitely
yeah.
miss my mother's food.
Same food. The I miss the most is the food.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Food.
Is it because you can find Indian food in Canada, or what's the reason?
For me, it's not a lot of good Indian food. There are some places, but I've still not found out a lot of places where, I'm getting that exact taste that I want. And there's also this factor where you don't get a lot of spicy food, and we actually like a lot of spicy food. So most of the Indian food here are not spicy. So yeah, that's a little sad.
And Nava?
Yeah, I miss the food as well. In back home,
Yeah.
our parents, my mom, she used to prepare meals for us every day. And then I don't have to cook. Here I have to cook myself. Grocery
Yeah.
shopping. That's, yeah, that's one point to consider. Yeah.
You are very spoiled, I can imagine.
Yeah. Here there are a lot of Indian restaurants. They
Yeah.
really make good food, but still it's not very exactly the same food we get in India.
Yeah.
We have a lot of local food that I miss in Canada. Like lot of very local, like different varieties of
We have things like street food there, which
yeah.
I think that's what we miss the most.
Yes.
Mm. That's amazing. Which part of India you came? You came from the same part of
We both are
India?
from the southern part of India, but we are from two different states.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two different cities. Okay. So the
Yeah.
culture is almost the same. Yeah.
Almost.
Almost. Yes, almost.
Yeah. Our foods are almost the same. Then like based on religion, everyone's different. that way. But yeah, it's almost the same. I can understand her language, she can understand my language, so it's pretty
Yeah.
easy.
አዲስ ቅኝት መቀመጫውን በቶሮንቶ ካናዳ ያደረገ የመረጃና የመዝናኛ የሚዲያ አገልግሎት ነው። አዲስ ቅኝት በዩቲዩብ፣ በፌስቡክ፣ በቴሌግራም፣ በዋትስአፕ www.addisperspective.com ሐሙስ በቀጥታ የሬዲዮ ስርጭት ከ2 ፒኤም እስከ 4 ፒኤም ከዳንኤል ስፔክትረም ስቱዲዮ በሬዲዮ ሬጀንት ላይ ታገኙናላችሁ። ቻናላችንን ሰብስክራይብ አድርጉና ዝግጅቶቻችንን አድምጡ። አዲስ ቅኝት የሚዲያ አገልግሎት
Well, what do you find it the most difficult thing to live in Canada? I mean, to adapt in Canada. You are students, you are international students, and we hear on the news that international students are, suffering from different problems, economic and social problems. For instance, this is a very expensive city. Renting is very
Right.
high.
Yeah.
So how
So I think it's mostly with the jobs right now. Everyone's actually having a lot of trouble with the jobs, or even if you want to move to another place to live in, even if it's like so last year when we came, we had places that we were getting very easily, but right now it's so difficult to find and shift to another house. Even if we want to look for a cheaper house, it's not happening. It's becoming very difficult. When we look for price range that we can afford as part-time students and all, they're showing like very cheap houses where it's not really good, or that the area won't have transportation or any amenities. So right now, I think that is what everybody is facing, just that house shifting, and even to get part-time jobs, it's becoming a little difficult. But I guess in time, once we search quite a lot, we do intend to get something or the other.
I feel the same. And also, I think when considering as Canada, I think Toronto is especially like a lot of immigrants
Yeah,
come here and then for studies and all. I think especially in Toronto, the rental prices and the living expense have drastically increased in the past couple of years. It's a very vast difference. When I started studying, it was very manageable for us, even with a part-time job, working 20
yeah,
hours. We were able to manage the rent and the living. But right now, everything is very expensive. Even doing the same part-time job now, even with more hours, I think it's very hard for us to manage, especially in Toronto. I think it's little better in other provinces like Alberta
yeah.
or Montreal maybe, but in Toronto it's very expensive, I would say.
escalating like this, are you still determined to live in this city or planning to move? So, what's your future? I mean, how do you manage that? I mean,
For now, I'm planning to stay here. Well, because my job
Stay here,
mainly, my job mainly is like we need work experience. None of us have a lot of work experience. So I just want to get some work
yes.
experience, learn quite a lot more in my field, and then maybe if
Yeah.
whatever the future holds, I'll go accordingly. If I have to move, I'll move. If not, I'll be here.
This is New Perspective አዲስ ቅኝት ሚዲያ።
I think for education sector, it was quite good. Like I think our masters went very smoothly. We could do it very well. We learned quite a lot also. But in the case of jobs, so since we did aerospace engineering, there's a requirement for us to have PR or we should be citizens here because we have to deal with a lot of defense related equipments and things like that. So there is that requirement. So right now that's why we are trying to find a job so that we can apply for our PR so we can actually get into our field as well. So I think that is
Yeah.
right now our most biggest challenge. So yeah.
Yeah. If we could find a job, I think rest of everything will be properly
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
according to it. Yeah. Rest all the things are on our job.
Yeah.
We are living and are visiting back to India once we even I'm yeah I want to visit my parents. I came here like 2 years before, so I have not visited my parents. So I'm planning to go visit them once I get a job. So everything
Yeah.
like whatever I'm planning, it all depends on my job search.
Yeah.
And once I get a job, eventually I'll do one by one.
There are a lot of startup jobs or startup companies, a lot of big companies also. It's just
Yeah.
everyone like should just will like have some patience and search for it, and then you're bound to get it. We do have opportunities here for our field.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's one of the lucrative matters that you studied, the aeronautics engineering in all parts of the world, not only in Canada.
Yeah.
But what kind of job you are applying for? What kind of job you are looking for? I mean,
So I'm mostly looking for design related. So it's going to be like
okay.
junior design engineering. So that's what the designation would be. And otherwise, there are other, we have a base
Yeah.
in a lot of the sectors. So I've done a couple of internships in India. So I know the manufacturing side also, I know the base maintenance side also. So I am flexible on to doing anything actually. But yeah, if I do get designing,
Mm.
that would be great because I have more of an experience in that.
Yeah, myself, I'm more interested in designing field because I learned few softwares in my undergrad, which would help me to design few small parts. If I search in design, like she said, junior designer engineer, it would be more appropriate with what I've
Yeah.
studied and what I have done projects in with. I think I'll be more capable for that role. And also, like she said, we can also apply for mechanical companies, which use the
Yeah.
similar
Mm.
techniques or similar software programming tools that we studied. Yeah, we can go either way, like mechanical and aerospace, but both in like design field.
Yeah.
My course is more into designing than like
Yeah.
maintenance or any other divisions.
What is the concept of aerospace? Can you explain about that?
Yeah.
Aerospace engineering is nothing but the designing of aircraft and anything that flies. It can be spaceships, rockets, anything of that sort. So I did my bachelor's
Mm.
in aeronautical, which is only flights and helicopters.
Yeah.
And that's what Nava also did. But we did our
Yeah,
master's in aerospace, which will let us go into the space field also. So, like how we can work in NASA also if we wanted to, like that kind of companies as well. So, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Mainly, our field deals with designing, and but we are also taught
Yeah.
with a lot of other departments also. Like they will teach us to get into production, manufacturing. There is quality check also, and when we design it's mostly like it's not an entire aircraft, it's always parts and parts and
small.
parts.
Yes.
So with every small part there is a different division again. So if you are at the nose part of the aircraft, that's like one division, the tail is another division. So it'll depend on what you want to work in. So I am mostly interested in the engine division, so that has to do with only what how engine works,
Yeah.
how the whole mechanism of engine is, what happens if something happens, how do we
Yeah.
repair it, how can you redesign it, so that way. Then you have structures, then we have the avionics.
Yeah.
Avionics is again mainly related to a lot of the electrical system of the aircraft. So things like that.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of divisions in the aircraft department itself, or like any
Yeah.
spaceship related departments. It just depends on everyone's interest. But yeah, it's a very, very interesting field. It's really good.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add, Nava?
Um, yeah, it is a very, like she said, the designing of an aircraft, it's a very big process. They say it takes about 10 years to build a whole aeroplane, like small parts from different places, and then they put everything and combine it into a big aeroplane. So it's a very huge process, and a lot of people are involved. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean,
So she
since
said
the Wright
everything.
brothers, when was the Wright brothers in the aeroplane? It's 100 years or 100 plus years?
Oh,
I
probably
don't
100 years back.
Yes.
remember the exact.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
So,
That's true.
are you planning to invent something in this sector in the future? To contribute something different, something special?
I like to do a lot of research and development kind of things, but I don't know if I can invent anything there. Yeah.
Since we both don't have any like
Okay.
experience in a with a company, so we are not very
Mm.
very aware of what actually the process is involved with everything.
Yeah.
We just studied everything. We don't actually have any practical experience or knowledge about how it's actually done. So it's all
Hmm.
theoretical knowledge as of now, I would say. Yeah.
That's interesting. I hope with experience you will,
Yeah, we'll know
add new
better.
values to
Yes.
your.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. I hope you will get your job, your dream will come true sooner or later. We wish you
Thank
all the
you so
best.
Thank
much.
But
you.
you are young, and we have a young son, and
Yeah.
Oh.
and there are many youngsters and kids around
Yeah.
us. So, what do you
Mhm.
advise them to get what they want and to achieve their dream and to catch up what they are
Just have a
thinking
lot
about.
of
So,
patience,
what's
a
the
lot of a lot of
yeah.
patience, a lot of determination, and mainly don't listen to anything anybody else tells. If you want to do it, just go for it. Because I know for me and Nava as well, there's a lot of people who told us not to go for this. And I feel like I would have regretted if I hadn't done this, because we love this field. We love to work in this. We love studying more also about this. And yeah, I would say don't ever listen to anything
Yeah.
anyone says. Just just do what you want to do and just go for it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. How about Nava?
I would say like I was when I started my bachelor's, it was mostly my mom. Like I was very into this rockets and all, but I wasn't able to conclude to what I should study. It was my mom who helped me with it, so I had some guidance. I'm not sure everyone will
Yeah.
have a proper guidance. So I would say if you think the guidance is right, go with it. Or like Richa said, whatever you think it's best for you or which you most like, you should pursue it, I would say. You'll feel more happier to study about it, to learn
Yeah,
about the things you actually like. You wouldn't feel pressurized or you wouldn't be stressed through the
that's
path of your
true.
educational journey or your
Yeah.
job, whatever you choose. It'll be very easier, I would say, if you choose whatever you want, like to do.
I think this is a wonderful conversation. We are very glad to have you, to have this young, future aeronautic engineers.
Yeah.
So I hope you will do something. You'll contribute something to Canada and to the world, hopefully.
Oh.
But before we leave,
Yeah,
is there any challenge culturally or as a woman that you face in both in Canada or
of course. Yeah. For sure, to enter this field, we did have a challenge. I mean, I did personally because I don't think a lot of my family, other than my parents, I don't think anyone was interested to send me into this field because it's a lot of male-dominated field, and they were very
Exactly.
worried if I could do it or not. So they didn't want me to get into this for sure. But then I
Mhm.
think I was really happy to get in, and my parents were very supportive. So I was very happy again. And I don't think it's so bad also because I feel anybody I've met through my internship, my classes, my university, everything. I think all the guys and girls, everyone was so nice and sweet. So I don't think there was so much of a problem. It's just a lot of people talk and make things big. I don't think there is otherwise an issue for all this. Like, that's why never listen to anyone else. Just go for what you want to do.
Well,
It's mostly male dominated industry field, I would say. But in Canada, like through my job search, I've seen a lot of companies' website and their roles. They have mentioned that they are including diversity in their recruitment process.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I read through a lot in Canada mostly, so I think that's a very good thing. Like I think it's changing now.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good change. That's yeah.
Yeah.
we can't
You
wait to see you practicing the aeronautics engineering and meet you again. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you
and
so
have
much.
a
thank you
lovely
for having us.
afternoon.
After that.
Yeah.
You
Have
guys
a nice.
have a great
Thank you.
evening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Hello and welcome to New Perspective አዲስቅኝት Media Service. Please like, comment and subscribe to our channel. If you choose to advertise your products or services, or if you like to sponsor our channel, write us at addisቅኝት@gmail.com or call us at 437-264-7575 or visit our website www.addisperspective.com.